So you know that girl that found a rug in their backyard? I didn't see it until last night. My friend messaged me or tagged me on Facebook and told me to watch her videos. So I went in and watched the whole series that she posted, and that is crazy. I can't imagine finding a rug in my backyard. And then the police didn't do anything about it at first. This brings me back to a story I want to share with you. So my husband and I, we used to own a property preservation business. Basically, we got the houses ready for the market for the banks. And we were doing all of these like clean outs and different things for the houses. Sometimes we worked really late. We worked like 16 hours a day, sometimes 7 days a week. And we would be at these houses dark with no power or anything. We went to one of these houses, and as soon as we walked in, I felt something really crazy and something real dark. And I told my husband, I was like, I can't help you with this house. I just cannot help you. So I sat out in the truck, and we actually had an employee with us, so there was 3 of us. And I sat out in the truck and I just waited for him. I didn't turn the truck on. I didn't leave the door open or anything. I just sat out in the truck. I just was hoping that he would hurry up and get it done and over with. So then while he was working, it was cold. So it was icy. So when he came back in the truck, him and the employee came back, he was like, oh my gosh, I could have died out there. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, I was standing on a pond, it was straight ice. He was like, and I heard it crack. And I was like, dang, there was no way, because I wasn't getting out of the truck. I was like creeped out, and I have no idea why I was creeped out. So I was like, well, then there's no way I would have known that you drowned or anything, because I wasn't getting out of the truck. But anyhow, him and his employee get in the truck, and he starts up the truck, and the truck wouldn't start. I'm like, that's weird. We weren't even here that long to drain the battery. And then, so we needed to call a tow truck. His phone dies. My phone dies. And my employee's phone dies. We're like, okay, this is really strange. So we run over to the neighbors, and it was pretty far. So we go over to the neighbor's house and borrowed their phone, and then we called the tow truck. The tow truck came and got us, hooked up the truck, and brought us to our house with our truck. On our way to the house, I didn't say anything to him because he just gave us a ride. On our way to the house, he goes, you guys were in that house? And we were like, yeah. He was like, you know that house was haunted? That house is haunted? I'm like, what the heck? I knew something. I felt something. I didn't know what it was. And I've only felt like this. That was like my second time in my life. And I was like, that is crazy. I was like, I knew something weird was going on there. And then I didn't really think anything of it until I saw her videos last night. And she said that something about her iPad died. And somebody told her that ghosts takes energy. Then I started thinking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, the truck dies out of nowhere. All 3 of our phones die. That's really strange. I mean, what's the odds of 3 phones dying? And the truck. And I felt something, and I wouldn't even go in the house. I went in the house, and then I just wouldn't after I felt a weird presence. So yeah, that story really brought back memories from my experience. And then that really makes sense. Maybe ghosts really do take energy, because that's pretty wild.